Street turns right and becomes 5th Street, then your destination will be on the left.
You gonna go mining? You're gonna go mine some silver. You still want to go mining? Pretty noisy, isn't it? How'd you like to run that machine all day? Now we climbed back up in a raise. We're up here about 60 feet above the track. We have a timber slide and a manway here. And we're going to look back in our stope. And if you look back in there, you see that muck pile. And all that muck came from that blast. And so we're going to slush that out. And we have a slusher here. And the chute is right in front of us. And when our cables are hooked up to that slusher bucket, and we're going to slush that muck into the chute, and the train will pull it out down below, and when we get cleaned out, we'll take our jackleg in and drill and blast again. And this machine is pretty noisy. You might want to cover your ears, but keep your eye on that slusher bucket. That's the interesting part here. Kind of cool, huh?
Yeah.
Better than doing it by hand. Get over there if you want, or around and look through the screen here. And remember we looked above the portal before we came in on the hillside? We looked at that rock there. This is what we were looking at, only this is what it looks like from this angle in here. Completely different. Only this is the same rock that we were looking at. And you can see the quartz here. You can see some more out in there. And this is the vein. The vein runs at about a 45-degree incline. And so they sank a shaft on that vein. They went down 200 feet and they drove a tunnel 400 feet this way and 50 feet this way. The water is the natural groundwater that comes out of the rock, and when you're down about 5,000 feet, that water is over 110 degrees. So down there when they were working, they had huge pumps to pump the water out, and then when they abandoned it, they just pulled the pumps out and let it fill up with water and run to the outside. So you can see how this vein lays through the mountain here. Now, it wasn't worth much, so they left it here. They didn't take it. But if we could follow this vein down 1,500 feet below us, we'd find it all mined out and a tunnel going 2 miles up to the Day Rock Mine Road. This is what they call a crosscut. A crosscut is where they come in from the main drift, and they're going to take this crosscut in and they're going to drive a raise here. They're going to start driving a raise up so they can start mining on that vein from this direction. And we don't have a chute because we're below the chute. So we have to have a machine that will pick muck up off the track, and this is called a 12B mucking machine. This is one of the most dangerous machines to operate underground. It's very fascinating to watch. It's also, like all other compressed air machinery, pretty noisy. You might want to cover your ears, but I'll show you how it operates. It's a little bit on the scary side.
See right here.
Did that scare you? It did? You still want to go mining? You can mine, aren't But this is what it looks like in its raw state. And this is a pretty rich sample here. This is from about 700 to 1,000 ounces to the ton. When you find it underground, it looks pretty much like what you saw back there. It's actually pretty ugly. This is galena, and this carries lead, and this is exactly what it looks like when you find it in the muck pile. This is what a core sample, that first machine that we saw, this is what a core sample looks like that has been cut with a rock saw. And the sparkly stuff here is galena, or lead. The ugly black stuff is silver. The brown stuff scattered through here is zinc, and then you have the quartz here. So it really gives them a lot of information when they use it. Thanks for coming on.